All right, you guys. Well, the latest black celebrity to be drugged by black Twitter is Issa Rae. All right, she is mostly known for her breakout series Insecure on HBO. Well, she wrote a book called The Misadventures of an Awkward Black Girl. She wrote this book about 3 years ago, and somehow, some way, a few excerpts from the book are just now being highlighted. Okay, her excerpts have went viral, and I have been seeing black people debate about her comments all day. Black men have taken a lot of offense to the comments, which I find kind of funny, but I'll get into that later. But yeah, let me just give you a little excerpt. I'll read exactly what seems to be the most controversial paragraph or a few sentences. So it reads, "This is why I propose that black women and Asian men join forces in love, marriage, and procreation. Educated black women, what better intellectual match for you than an Asian man?" All right, so that's the paragraph that people seem to be super outraged by, especially black men, okay? Black Twitter has decided to go in on her, some taking a stance, in her favor and others not so much. Black men especially, I have been noticing they've taken this opportunity to kind of state that, it's funny how they get dragged when they want to date outside of their race, but Issa can make a public statement like this. So they find it to be kind of biased. So here's my 2 cents on the whole thing. First of all, I read a few pages of Issa's book. The whole tone of the book is super, super, it's sarcastic. You know what I'm saying? It's not a factual encyclopedia type of read. It's like her personality, it's like her series. I don't know if y'all seen her web series back in the day, but she's always had a sarcastic type of tone, and this book is no different. Like, yes, she is talking about some real things, but at the end of the day, I think she's being a little sarcastic, and I think people are taking what she said in this book way out of context, okay? Some things, though, I do have to agree with. So she speaks of, I'm going to read another excerpt of the book where she speaks of black women, basically, it being statistically proven that in the last few years, black women have, been obtaining college degrees at a higher rate, and a larger rate than black men. So it seems, overall, the trend is that African American women, are more educated, for statistically speaking, than African American men. All right. On top of that, Issa makes a very good point that, she pins a certain comparison between Asian men and black women, basically saying that both of us, Asian men as well as black women, we are basically the forgotten people of our race, okay? And that is because a lot of black men, they choose to be in relationships with people outside of their race, okay? So black men usually 9 times out of 10, unfortunately, they put black women at the very end of their list, the very end of their totem pole. That's why you'll find a lot of interracial couples with a black man and, maybe Asian women, especially out here in LA. That's super popular, a lot of Blasian relationships. But you'll see black men with, any other race besides black. All right. So look at Offset and Cardi B. Just look at the Kardashians. All they have is black men. Okay. And they're not black. So that just goes to show the tone of today's society. So, Issa, to me, made a very strong connection. She's saying, look, Asian men, you guys are kind of neglected, which is true. In media, they are stereotyped. They are shown to be nerds or, shown to be short and small. There's a rumor that, Asian men don't have the largest penis, but I'm trying to keep it professional. But who knows if that's true or not. But what Issa's trying to say, and I totally feel her on this, is that we share that common thread of kind of like not being wanted by our own race. Every other race, they kind of have an equal matchup. White women still are with white men in overwhelming numbers. Indians, they kind of stay within their race. It's just like a lot of races kind of, they want to reproduce within their own race. But it does seem that, there are a lot of Asian women who marry, Caucasian men and black men at super, super high rates, okay? So all Issa did was make a comparison in a sarcastic way, and I feel like it's super thought-provoking. I find it hilarious that men are outraged and say, how dare you say, this man is more, an Asian man is more intellectually matched with you, like black men aren't smart, blah, blah, blah. It's like, honestly, cry me a river. Cry me a fucking river. Because at the end of the day, black women, we hear is that, oh, white women are more agreeable. White women know how to treat their man. Spanish women are spicy. Spanish women have flavor. Spanish women, are exciting. Spanish women know how to cater to their men. All the time we're being compared to other races, and it always seems as if we fall short from, a black man's expectation of how he thinks a woman should be. So I just find it quite funny that guys can't even handle, somebody saying, hey, maybe an Asian man is more intellectually equipped, statistically. That doesn't mean that every black man, is lacking education. I don't think she said that at all. That's taking it out of context. That's just saying that, the way Asians pursue education, black women, most recently have started trending in that direction as well. We take our education super, seriously. And I have to vouch for that. I got 2 degrees, a master's and a bachelor's, and a lot of my friends, I went to a HBCU, a lot of my female friends, they obtained a lot of degrees. A lot of the males I went to school with, yes, they obtained degrees too, but I can't say more highly rated, they kind of dropped out of school at higher rates than my female classmates. And that's me just calling it like I see it, okay? And I just find it funny. It seems like when men have preferences and when men make these demeaning comments, about black women, it's cool. But on the other hand, if these comments are said to them, that's when there's an issue. Okay? So all these tweets, all this outrage, I think it's good because it's sparking a debate. But there are going to be various opinions about it. Me personally, I don't think Issa said anything wrong. I understand her tone. I understand her humor. I understand where she's coming from. And I think I think men have to think about it. Black men have to think, what are we doing wrong to make women feel this way? Because black women, I feel, we don't feel like we're number one picked. I just don't believe that, and a lot of my female friends, they feel the same way. They feel as if it's really hard to find a black man who really truly wants to be with a black woman, and that's his first choice, that's his first priority. So it is deep. This conversation goes deep. This video could go on forever and ever and ever and ever. But long story short, black Twitter decided to drag Issa Rae. A lot of people said she's canceled, but I don't know about those people. I will be tuned in for Insecure. And I can't wait for, the 3rd season to pop off in June. And yeah, everyone can really just take a chill pill because I don't even think it was that deep, okay? But let me know what y'all think. Thanks for tuning in to this black coffee, this black tea, and I'll see y'all next time. All right, bye.